Have you been taking your B12 faithfully every single day, and yet the brain fog, the forgetfulness, the exhaustion just won't go away? Maybe you've even tried different brands, higher doses, doing everything right. I know that feeling, and I want you to know it is not your fault. But here's what the research actually shows. Studies suggest that up to 1 in 3 people over 50 are absorbing almost none of the B12 they take. Not because they aren't trying, but because of 3 critical mistakes that almost no one talks about. And one of them could be making your brain fog actively worse, not better. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Mind Over Age. So let's get into the why. B12 is not just another vitamin. Think of it as the electrical wiring of your brain. It helps build and protect the myelin sheath, the protective coating around every single nerve in your body. Without enough of it, those nerve signals slow down. And when they slow down, the result is exactly what so many of us feel, that thick, heavy brain fog, the moments of forgetfulness, the exhaustion that no amount of sleep seems to fix. But here's the part that matters most for us. After 50, your body's ability to absorb B12 changes dramatically. And most people, and most doctors, simply don't account for that. What concerns me most, and what I want you to hear clearly, is this. Clinical research has shown that B12 deficiency in people over 50 can mimic the early symptoms of dementia. The memory gaps, the confusion, the inability to concentrate. But the difference is, this one is reversible. So stay with me, because mistake number 1 is the one your doctor has probably never mentioned. Mistake number 1. I call it the counterfeit B12 mistake. If you look at your B12 bottle right now, and I want you to actually do this, check the label for the form of B12 it contains. Most supplements on the market use a form called cyanocobalamin. It is inexpensive, it is widely used, and it sounds perfectly fine. But here is what many people overlook. Cyanocobalamin is a synthetic form of B12. And for your brain to actually use it, your body must first convert it into its active form, methylcobalamin. Think of it like this. Imagine ordering a piece of furniture, and it arrives entirely flat-packed, in hundreds of pieces. For some people, that's fine. But after 50, your body's ability to assemble that furniture slows down significantly. The clinical research shows that methylcobalamin is the form your brain can use directly. No conversion needed. And for our age group, that difference is not a small detail. It is everything. Mistake number 2, the invisible blocker mistake. When I first started taking B12, I was doing exactly what the label said. Every morning, same time, same dose. And for a while, I thought it was working. But here's the part that surprised even me. And I've been researching natural remedies for over 20 years. After 50, your stomach produces significantly less of something called intrinsic factor. This is a protein your body absolutely needs to absorb B12 through your digestive system. So the pill goes in. But the B12, it never really arrives. In my experience working with these protocols, this is the single most overlooked reason why B12 supplementation fails for women in our age group. The solution? Sublingual B12, the kind that dissolves under your tongue, bypasses the digestive system entirely. And the research strongly supports this approach for anyone over 50. Mistake number 3, the solo supplement mistake. B12 is powerful, but it cannot work alone. Think of B12 as the conductor of an orchestra. Incredibly important, absolutely essential. But without the other musicians, there is no music. The nutrients B12 needs most are folate, also known as vitamin B9, vitamin B6, and magnesium. Without these cofactors present, B12 cannot fully complete the processes your brain depends on. And as we explored in my video on rosemary and sage, herbs and nutrients need a clean, well-nourished nervous system to work. B12 is the foundation of that system. So if you're taking B12 in isolation, you may be doing 80% of the work and missing the last 20% that makes all the difference. So yes, there's a lot that can go wrong with B12 after 50. And I know that can feel overwhelming. But that is exactly why I want to share the simple 3-step protocol I now follow, and what the clinical research supports as the most effective approach for our age group. Because once you know what to fix, the fog doesn't have to be permanent. Step 1. Switch to methylcobalamin. Look for this specific form on the label. Step 2. Choose a sublingual form, the kind that dissolves under your tongue. Take it in the morning, on an empty stomach, and take a quiet moment while it absorbs. I like to think of it as a moment of intentional care, telling your brain, we are taking care of ourselves. Step 3. Support it with a B complex that includes B6, B9, and magnesium. These don't need to be expensive, they just need to be there. But as always, I want to be honest and keep you safe. B12 supplementation is generally very well tolerated, but if you are on medication, or if you have a diagnosed condition, please speak with your doctor before making any changes. I share what works for me and what the research supports, but your health journey is personal, and it deserves personalized guidance. If you found this helpful, I have created something I think you will love, and it's completely free. It's called You're Not Losing Your Mind After 50, a simple guide to understanding what's really happening in your brain and how to start feeling like yourself again. You'll find the link in the description below. And if this video helped you, please hit that like button and subscribe to Mind Over Age. It means the world to me, and it helps this community grow. I also have a question for you. Are you currently taking B12? And do you know which form? Comment below because I would love to hear your stories. And if you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend watching my video on 2 powerful herbs, rosemary and sage, and how they each fight brain fog in their own unique way. I'll link it for you on the screen and in the description. Thank you so much for being here in my calm corner. Stay sharp, be well, and I'll see you in the next video.